All right, Tankers Fantasy Football. We are back here. We're going to talk about some off-season news, talk about possibly the five biggest names that hit the free agent market, as well as some other guys around them and what their draft stock is looking to be. So, first guys here, I think the biggest name in free agency was Tom Brady. And what do you think of his landing spot?
I mean, you got to think Tom Brady's on a vendetta. You got to think Tom Brady's bound and determined to go out there and throw for 40 touchdowns just to shove it in Bill Belichick's ass. I mean, he's got the weapons. I think it does downgrade Mike Evans a little bit because Tom Brady isn't really just like he's not really looking to throw 30 interceptions by clanging and banging down the field like Jameson Winston looks to. But I don't know. I'd rank Godwin above Mike Evans with Tom Brady.
I agree with you. I think Evans is going to be about. Actually, I think both of the guys are going to be about where they were as they were last year. But I do think Godwin working over the middle maybe ranked above Evans in these redraft leagues, just because Evans is more the guy stretches it downfield, and I'm not sure really Tom has that type of arm now.
No, I mean Tom's going to get it done out there. Tom is going to be heavy in the touchdown department, but I mean, he is going to do it by completions like he always has. He's not going to do it by clanging and banging at 40, 50 yards a clip like Winston was out there doing. And also, maybe they don't have to throw it as much because, Tom won't be out there throwing 6 pick sixes on the season either.
Well, I don't think
about what do you think about OJ Howard, though? I've seen a lot of people going either way on this OJ
man.
Howard. I'm not ready to bite again on Howard.
I think Howard is a bad football player in my mind.
Dude, that one catch, I fucking did start. I like that one when he fucking like fucked it around and then flipped it to the defender and picked up. I was like, oh, great. He's fucking done playing today.
I just don't think he is a good player. I really don't. They drafted in the first round. I think you've seen enough. He flat out can't catch the ball. He can't.
What do you think? Sneaky deep play Cameron Brate?
I mean, they restructured his contract. I mean, at this point, I feel like Brate is a safer play.
You can get him like 8 rounds later than Howard.
For free, for nothing. For literally
borderline
next
free.
To nothing.
I think I'll take Brate for free, easily.
What do you think about the running back situation? I don't think they're done at running back.
No, I avoided. I'm doing a dynasty draft right now, a dynasty startup. And I was thinking about Ronald Jones, but I avoided him. You never know. Like Tom Brady, if Ronald Jones gets out there and starts having mental errors, like Tom Brady ain't gonna play that shit. Like he'll get his ass out of there. We'll see 80% snap share Agawua or whatever. What is that one? What is
it? I know what you're talking about, but I know Ron Jones, I mean, you looked at his pass protection numbers and like the quarterback rushes when he was in the game, very bad. Like Tom Brady, he's not gonna have that. He'll start a
Ron Jones caught like 30 balls last year, which is great for him, but I don't know. I think they add somebody in the draft.
Peyton Barber's out the door. I wouldn't be shocked if they bring in a veteran, just a guy that can play it safe, knows pass protections. But I totally expect them. I just totally expect them to go at least one running back, maybe even 2 running backs in the draft. I mean, this.
Yeah, I was going to say the draft, but I was just say who's out there still in free agency that they can even bring in.
At this point, not much. It's pretty thin scraping.
The bones. We're bringing in Frank Gore.
Oh, I mean, he's out there. He knows some pass. he sure knows pass protection.
God. He will pass block, though, baby. Frank Gore is going to pass block.
All right, since we're on the subject of running backs, talk about arguably the biggest running back that we knew was changing teams. There's a couple of running backs that did change teams, but the one that we knew was not going to be staying in California. We're talking about Melvin Gordon, now looking at possible being a bell cow situation in Denver, according to reports. What do you think of this with Lindsey? And
I think this was a puzzling signing. Like, why are they doing this? They have Lindsey, they have Freeman. I mean, I know Melvin Gordon is probably a shade better than those guys, but that was a puzzling signing to have like a 3-headed monster. I don't know. I mean, I think Melvin Gordon will still be like maybe 55, 60% snap share out there, but he's not going to be one of them 70 to 80% guys with Phillip Lindsay and Royce Freeman hanging around. No way.
And I mean, with how the NFL is nowadays, I think if he gets 60%, like he still has RB1 value in the fantasy realms, especially when I think he's going to be towing
60% is
all,
not bad.
and he's
Derrick
going to
Henry
be.
only had 59% last year. Derrick fucking Henry, 59% snap share.
I think he's going to get a 60. I think he's going to get the red zone looks, and I actually think he's going to get a lot of passes his way because Lindsey's shown that he's not a great pass catcher.
Yeah.
I mean,
For a guy of that stature, you would think third down back, but he's not really.
and for someone that they paid as much as what they did, I would think that they're going to be trying to get him involved a little bit more.
Definitely get him on the cheap. I think you can probably get him in, like, what do you think? And redraft, I mean, talking strictly redraft here, I think you can
I
probably
think
still get him in the
fifth.
third, fourth round.
I was thinking fourth, fifth.
Yeah, late third, fourth, maybe. I mean, depending on how people are feeling about it, but
I mean,
who you take over? You taking Aaron Jones over him? I'm taking Aaron
oh
Jones over
yeah.
him.
I mean, Aaron Jones, I feel like should be top 8
Take
running back off the board.
Kenyon Drake? Take Kenyon Drake over him?
Probably, because I feel like it's safer at this
Probably.
point. I feel like Kenyon Drake,
Probably.
he's going to be the guy in that high flying offense and has done it in that
Dude, he had
offense.
80% timeshare or more in over half the games he played for the Cardinals. He was fucking out there on the field constantly.
He was a legitimate week winner for you, maybe even a league winner in postseason play if you
He had
started
like
him late in the year.
He did have some clunkers, though. He still had 3 games, 10 points and under for the Cardinals. He wasn't out there number one stunning every single week, but he did have
It
like
sure
3
felt
games
like
over
it.
30.
It sure felt like, especially if you had him in that run that pushed him
Mm-hmm.
in there.
Yeah, he did have some clunkers, but he had like weeks 15 and 16 when you needed him the most, he went out there and got 30 both weeks. So that's
Yes,
what people are remembering.
you
He
loved it.
won you money.
I think he'll be drafted as. I think he'll be drafted top 12. He'll be drafted as an RB1, I believe,
He
when it's
went
all
third
said and
round in
done.
Dynasty. Drake went third round in the
Jeez,
Dynasty draft,
that's crazy.
like right after I took Aaron Jones.
I mean, he's been around what 4 or 5 years. I mean, it's not
Yeah,
like
I
this
think
guy's
about
a
him and
rookie.
Aaron Jones, I think, are the same age. I think they're both 25.
So I think this is their 4th year.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
don't know. I know Jamal Williams is still out there cocking around, but I just had to take Aaron over him. I don't know, baby.
I mean, I love the Aaron Jones. I really do. I mean, you look at regular season and postseason getting 20 touchdowns. That's
Who
Todd
the
Gurley.
fuck were we even talking about? Or Melvin Gordon?
Melvin Gordon.
We've lost it. We've
We're
trailed off
talking
the
we're
Kenyon
talking
Drake train.
Todd Gurley-esque touchdown rates, which we're gonna go to our next guy, Todd Gurley. Look at this transition. We love it here. Me personally, I think if there was a team that he was gonna go to and you looked up and said this guy can turn back the clock a little bit and get you mid-range back end RB1, I think Atlanta's a great spot for him.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, it's like probably. I mean, they like released Devontae Freeman. When the Falcons have a number one guy, they tend to usually feed him the rock. I mean, I think they're looking to test that knee out. I think they're looking to feed him the rock and let him have like 15 to 20 touches a game.
I mean, it's a very friendly deal for Atlanta. I think it's 1 year, $5 million.
Yeah.
I mean,
See,
if you
1 year, they're going to see how much treads left on that tire with a 1 year deal. Oh,
that,
baby, they got nothing to lose.
that was like Derrick Henry last year. His last year of his contract, ride him until he blows up on the side of the road. And if you don't
Poor
like
Derrick Henry.
what you see, just let him walk in free agency. But they liked what they see. They franchise him. I think that is an incredibly smart move of Tennessee. But I feel so bad for Derrick Henry.
Yeah, franchise say he got the dick. I mean, they're just going to ride him.
You just can't pay running backs anymore in the
No, you
NFL.
can't. It sounds. I mean, it's rough, but it's so the right decision. You just
It's a
can't do it. It's
great
terrible.
situation by Tennessee. Tremendous decision. All respect to him. That's the right thing to do for the franchise. But Derrick Henry, the guy who got you there, watching Tannehill get that huge contract when all he did
Oh
was hand the rock off to him.
God, it's got to be frustrating. You just want to. When you put it like that, it makes me upset.
Yeah. All right, let's go to arguably the biggest shocker of free agency here, and it was the Hopkins for DJ in a pick trade. Let's first look at the Arizona perspective. I think Kyler Murray goes shooting up the list is the third quarterback off the board.
Oh, he went third dynasty. He went fifth overall, baby. I mean, this is super flex, so quarterback premium situation, but fifth overall, baby. Not playing around.
I mean, Hopkins, I honestly wouldn't be shocked if his production takes a slight hit, but I still think he's going to be rock solid every week starter for you, wide receiver one.
I mean, yeah, the Cardinals are running a shit ton of plays out there. They are hucking it, chucking it down the field. They had red zone deficiencies. They were all about Zane Gonzalez fucking 4 or 5 field goals a game for like the first better half of the season. And I think he's seen enough of doing that. They're bringing in Hopkins. I think they're going to huck it and chuck it. And Hopkins had the 7 touchdowns last year, and I don't see any reason why he can't add a couple to that total.
I think, yeah, touchdowns. I think goes up. I wouldn't be shocked if he's a lock at 10 touchdowns this year. They hurt so bad. Kyler Murray just did not get it together in the red zone. They didn't have that guy that they could just toss up 50-50 balls to. Fitzgerald's not that guy anymore. He's mostly just working the slants and outs. And I think catches and targets, you can see a little dip for Hopkins, but I think he'll make it back with the touchdowns.
Again.
All right, let's go. Let's go to the Houston side of things.
Bill O'Brien, baby. How can you even if you're a Texan fan and you're a season ticket holder, how are you not canceling that?
If you're Deshaun,
how are you not?
If you're Deshaun Watson, I'd be demanding a trade. I'd want on there.
I'm not giving you $3,000 for these season tickets this year. I'm not. You basically told me to go fuck myself by trading our best player.
You're giving your superstar quarterback. You're taking his best friend from him. You're taking the guy who he just throws it to 700 times a year. The only guy who they have to throw the ball to. Will Fuller's hurt every other play.
They brought in Randall Cobb
for like $7 million a year, $8 million a year, whatever.
It was almost as bad as the Jimmy Graham signing of the Bears. Just a gross overpay.
But I do say this. Along with Todd Gurley, I do think that DJ fell to a spot where he can bring up some value. I'm not talking get back to high-end RB1, but I do think he can be high-end RB2.
Yeah, I mean, if they're looking to use him, like giving him 60%, 70% of the snap share, I think, and throw him the ball. And Watson really hasn't been the type of quarterback to dump balls off. He's more of a cut it loose and run for those.
Who else do they have now? I mean, they've got Will Fuller, and if he goes down, I think the only thing they can do is just dump it off to DJ for 60 plus catches on the season.
He is looking. I mean, yeah, I drafted DJ in that 7th round of that dynasty draft using I was kind of slipping on the running backs. I went super wide receiver heavy, and I had to grab some quarterbacks. So it was a super flex situation. So I'm sleeping on the RB2. RB2s are kind of up and down every year. It's kind of give or take. The turnover is going to be. So me having a combustible situation in RB2 isn't the worst thing. I feel like you can go into these rookie drafts and you can plug the holes at running back a lot easier in that first year after these rookie drafts than you can any other position.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like you've got your stud RB1s that you're going into the draft that you need to try and get one of those. But RB2, I feel like you can get anywhere from the 3rd round to the 12th round. It just shuffles so much throughout the season. If you look, so with Arizona, I mean, Will Fuller, I really don't expect his stock to rise that much. I'm still thinking he's going to be in that 6th round range. I just don't think he's that guy who you can depend on.
I think he went even later in my dynasty. I think he was an 8th round, 9th round guy in that dynasty draft even. People just seen enough, man. You can't stay on the field. I mean, what's there to be seen? It's crazy.
But I think Watson's stock took a huge hit. He went from that 3rd quarterback off the board to maybe 12th, 15th even in redraft. I mean, obviously Dynasty's out there, but if we're talking redraft, I don't see how he's a top 10 quarterback.
Yeah. I mean, how are you going to draft him with any confidence, in redraft, even over guys like, say, Tom Brady?
Even guys like Aaron Rodgers,
Yeah.
who
Ooh.
they're looking to probably bring in another weapon here early in the first couple rounds. But
You would hope so. Jesus, they did do nothing for poor Aaron. They're like, here's Devontae Adams and a
and
bag of dicks.
and
Figure it out.
that's it. Geronimo, who also sucked, he's out the door. He's like fourth string in Detroit, but I expect them to go first round, even second round at the latest. They need a wide receiver bad. Opposite side
I
of
mean,
that.
wide receivers are going to eat up, though. I mean, like Judy and Lamb, they're going to be gone out there, man, because
I
I
think
mean, what the Jets pick at 11, and then like
you
who
got
picks
the
right after them? The
Raiders.
Raiders.
They're gonna
The
have
Raiders. They're drafting the shit out of those guys.
the Jags could be in there. They have 2 first-round picks. The Jags do. They're going to be needing a guy. You look at Lamb. You look at the 2 guys from Alabama, Justin Jefferson of LSU. I think those 4 guys are locks. You look at the guy from Colorado State or Colorado. There's TCU guy. There's a lot of very solid wide receivers you can get in
Oh,
the first 2
this
rounds.
draft is pretty thick on the wide receivers.
This is arguably my favorite wide receiver draft in recent history. CeeDee Lamb, I think, is the cream of the crop, though. CeeDee Lamb does
Yeah.
remind me of a Hopkins type of guy where it's just natural. He's not going to wow you with speed, but he's just so balanced and so NFL ready, so steady.
Mm.
All right, let's talk a couple more names here. Then we'll let you guys go. Throw in a couple tight ends. Couple tight ends here. Who are you thinking? Who's changing teams?
Austin Hooper went to the Browns, and kind of made David Njoku completely irrelevant. I don't know. I just don't think he can reproduce what he did last year in Atlanta up in Cleveland. I don't think that's an option whatsoever.
I mean, you look at Baker just last year with his tight ends, not a great situation there. Baker in general didn't look great last year. And
I wouldn't overpay for him. I even wait. I'm in love with some of these late round guys. Like you can go out there and get yourself a Higbee.
Oh, I love him. Love him.
Or a Blake Jarwin. I fucking love Blake Jarwin this year. If they give him, even if they just give him the 65 receptions they gave to Witten's bum ass last year, how is that not like tight end 7 finish? He's gonna. Big Jarwin after the catch, way better than Witten. Witten had like 65 catches for under 500 yards. That is gross. I think Jarwin out there, he can get to 65 for 750, maybe even 8, maybe even get in the end zone 5 or 6 times. And I'm talking about tight end 7, Blake Jarwin.
Dude, I'm talking Higbee top 5 tight end at the end of the season.
I love me some Higbee.
I love Higbee. I mean, he had like 4 or 5 straight games at the end of the season, over 100 yards. He made Cooper Kupp almost be irrelevant at the end of the year. And he just vanished him.
I took Higbee, and I think the 9th round of that dynasty draft, I got Waller and Higbee as my tight ends right now. Feeling good about it.
What about the other guy, Ebron? I feel like, dude. Well, first of all, this is basically putting Vance McDonald in the grave here.
Vance McDonald, I love you. I've been trying to fluff you. I've been trying to make you something these last few years. It's over, bud. I've given up hope. The ship has sailed. This may be the last time we ever say his name on Tainted Fantasy Football. This might be it. So one more time, we're going to go ahead and say Vance McDonald.
You giving him the shovel? Preseason?
I think he's done. I think it's full on. I think it's over for him. I think you can even drop him in Dynasty. Feel free. Drop him for some dude you've been holding on the taxi squad. Just let him go.
Back to Ebron here. What do you think? Ebron, is he a top 12 tight end at the end of the season? Yes or no?
No.
I agree. I don't think so.
No. I've seen enough with the Ebron show as well.
Last guy, let's touch on Teddy a little bit. I'm not really excited about Teddy himself, but let's talk about these other big name guys. DJ Moore, dude, absolute stud last year. High end wide receiver 2 for you. I mean, he's going back end wide receiver 1 in redraft right now.
With the likes of an undrafted quarterback and Kyle Allen hucking him the ball the entire season.
What do you think about his outlook as well as newest addition Robbie Anderson?
I don't know. I mean, I think Teddy B can possibly sneak into that back end QB1 conversation in 12
Whoa.
team leagues.
Whoa.
I mean, he's got the weapons. Who's got three better weapons than DJ Moore, Curtis Samuel, and Robbie Anderson? I wish those were the Bears' three wide receivers. I'll fucking tell you that right now.
You could say Kyler Murray, Patrick Mahomes.
Well, yeah, but we're also not drafting Teddy Bridgewater in the first round of dynasty draft.
Where do you think Teddy's going? Where's he going to redraft right now? He's probably going like what, the 20th QB off, something like that, 15th, 20th.
Yeah, probably around 15th.
I
mean, you gotta think. He's right. He's right there with the old guard. Like, you want Roethlisberger? You want
Phillip Rivers?
You want Phillip Rivers? You want Teddy? I'm taking Teddy over both of them.
Matt Stafford, guys like that. Maybe a Kirk Cousins.
I'm taking Teddy over both those guys.
I'll take Kirk Cousins over Teddy, but every other guy, I'll take Teddy over him.
I think that's a close one, dude. Kirk's losing all of his weapons. He's got Thielen and the Reindeer and Irv Smith. And what? Who's that? Who's that rookie that was last year? Olindis or something? Who's this guy?
They might need to bring in another guy as well at wide receiver, but this is the draft to do it. If you're looking to get guys even late, that's the play. Like, I am shocked that Amari.
That's why I was mad at the Bills gave so much for Diggs. This fucking wide receiver class is so deep.
I thought that was an overpay. It was
ridiculous.
I mean, it made Bill O'Brien look
even more like an idiot. Did we even talk about Diggs?
No, let's talk Diggs.
I was like, that's not top five. I know it's not free agency, but it's a trade that happened during the free agency period, so I feel like it's relevant.
So we're talking, this guy's been, upper class wide receiver 2. Does he finally sneak in to that wide receiver 1 conversation that he's really the main guy? I know there's John Brown there, who had an extremely quality year last year, but they paid Diggs to be the guy. They gave the capita for him to be the boy. Do you think he gets up into that wide receiver 1 combo?
I don't think so. I mean, Josh Allen is so inaccurate on those deep balls, and that's kind of what, Diggs out there feasting on those sometimes. I just think him and John Brown will kind of eat each other's lunch a little bit too much for him to get into that wide receiver 1 conversation. I might even dial him a bit back from where he finished last year because, I mean, Kirk Cousins isn't amazing, but Kirk Cousins' career completion percentage is like 70%. Kirk Cousins out there clanging and banging as far as completion percentage goes. And Josh Allen isn't even in the same ballpark as Kirk Cousins as far as accuracy.
I think Josh Allen, though, he was kind of a sneaky guy last year that I really liked late at quarterback. Really didn't deliver too much. I think this year, though, if you get him as your backup, there's some serious upside with him.
Oh, yeah, baby.
All right.
Josh Allen, I mean, that's the thing. People are going to fall in love with those rushing numbers, and he's going to be drafted as a QB1.
Yeah, I just can't draft him as a QB1.
He was drafted in like the 3rd round of that Superflex Dynasty I've been talking about all fucking video.
That's too rich for me.
It is. I slacked. I'm old guard deluxe in that league. I've said I got 2 years. If I got Tom Brady, I got 2 years to figure this shit out. Let's go.
Hey, all you can do is you just hit on some rookies in the rookie draft. I mean, there's going to be...
Yeah, you just pile on a couple rookie quarterbacks, a couple each year, next couple years, and you hope one of them hits.
There's going to be 4. I think there's going to be 4 first-round running backs. I think the lowest number is going to be 4. I think you're going to have your Shawshank Redemption go number 1 overall. Have you ever seen that movie?
Shawshank Redemption?
Dude, Joe Burrow looks just like him. Have you ever noticed that? You gotta look it up. It's great. I think
I don't know if I've really ever seen Burrow without his helmet on.
Oh, dude, it's hilarious. You gotta look it up.
I think about it, I can't picture him without his helmet on.
No, but then you're gonna get the other boys. You're gonna get Tua. You're gonna get Herbert. I think Love is gonna be a first-round quarterback.
Yeah, I was actually reading up on him yesterday because I was thinking about maybe trying to sneak him into that second round of that rookie draft. I could do once the NFL draft happens.
I'm thinking late first. Someone's either
Jordan Love,
I
baby.
I
Let's
see
get it.
I could see a lot of guys trading up back into the first to get that 5th year of contract. That's so nice. That just extra year. That's the way to do it. I feel like rookie quarterback. Like that first 4 to 5 year window when he's cheap. That's when you win Super Bowls nowadays in the NFL. You get these
That's the only way.
quarterbacks on the rookie deals, and then you're gonna have to pay him 35, 40 million a year.
Unless you got some guy like Tom Brady who's willing to get 2/3 of what he's earned, of what he's owed, which is very rare.
All right.
The only reason why Tom Brady is because his wife's making more money than him, so he doesn't have to give.
Isn't that crazy?
Take the 20 million. I don't really want to push you. I don't really want to break your checkbook. I just kind of want to win. I'll just take the 20 million. It's like, Tom, you could be making 30, babe.
Which he took a cheaper deal too, 25 million a year. His incentives can go up to 30 million, but he easily could have got more if he wanted.
He wanted out. He wanted out.
He did. He was done. He hated it.
I think it's sour grapes. Babe. I think he wanted out.
I agree. I think we're gonna get a top. What do you think? Top 7, top 8, Tom Brady fantasy finish this year.
Oh yeah, baby.
All right,
dude. He's bringing the dude. Nobody's coming harder than him, man. He's
top 5.
How could the guy?
Top 5?
Could a 42-year-old guy that had 6 Super Bowl titles already come into a season hungry? It's happening.
Top 5. What do you think? Top 5 fantasy finish for Tom Brady?
Top 5, baby. Let's get wild. I think he's top 5.
I
think he finishes higher than Kyler Murray. Fuck him.
Whoa. I can see it.
Tom Brady. Fuck him. I mean, you look at the Cardinals and you don't think it's true, but they're kind of giving off a Cleveland Browns stench right now.
A little bit, but Kyler did put up some nice fantasy numbers as a rookie quarterback.
He did. So did Mayfield.
Yeah. Very true.
They bring in a stud wide receiver. They're giving up that Cleveland Browns stench, babe. I'm not buying completely in. I don't think Hopkins is going to have the fall off that OBJ had. I just don't think he's that type of player. I think he's more dedicated to his craft to allow such a thing to happen. I think Cliff Kingsbury is also not as big as a dipshit as Freddie Kitchens was.
Dude,
so I think that's a little bit
terrible hire.
What?
That was such a bad hire.
Cliff Kingsbury might not be the greatest, but I mean, Freddie Kitchens is pretty fucking bad.
All right, guys. There it is. We're going to wrap it up here. Free agency moves. Make sure you hit that subscribe, that thumbs up, and we'll get back to you guys soon with some fresh action. Okay? Good seeing you guys again. Enjoy your free agency. If you're stuck inside with the corona, just subscribe to us. We'll be hitting you guys up, keeping you busy.
Dude, I'll throw you that J-Rock thing, baby, so I can throw it in at the end. I made a new one.
You gotta look up Shawshank Redemption, Joe Burrow, baby. All right.
I'm hot as fuck, bitch, and he fucking holds up a sign. It's like, what'd you expect, baby? That's what we're gonna do.
All right, tankers. We're out. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you guys next time.